was awful. I felt very bad. I had a great love for Tommy, and I said I was opposed to the wedding. I hated to say, "See, I told you so."
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
And then when it happened, it's so sad to see. It was irretrievable. There's nothing.
And so you write in here, at the last counseling session, she said, I found a lawyer, I'm getting a divorce, and you're not welcome in the house anymore. So my brother, and in his annulment letter, he says, true to her word, he came and his bags were packed. So my brother, I don't remember this, says in Jersey, Mom made us lock the doors. Dad was trying to get in the house. It had to be that same night. And we sat in the room while he's screaming to get pounding, like, let me in. And my brother said it was the first, because we didn't know what was going on. I mean, I was like 8.
Yeah,
he's 7. My sister's 10 or whatever. And it was his first time he ever, like, was fearful of his dad. Because my mother made us lock him out, right? And witness him trying to get in. We don't know that anything, they're fighting or anything. So all we see, and I don't remember this, I'm sure inside my body I have memory, is this angry dad trying to get in, and my mother not letting him in.
After his night work, he'd been working all night.
Yeah,
and he comes home expecting to go to bed, and he won't be.
He never came in again, and so, like, I mean, I didn't want to get into the fact that my mother made us do that. Like, it's beyond scarring, beyond wrong, beyond any comprehension of what should happen. And that was it. And that's when he went and slept with Al Pearson and Ernie Furtado, and I have in here I also have the divorce paperwork. Mm-hmm. And so this is another question I have too, is so his drinking was pretty bad at that point. Did you know about that?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was consequential to his unhappiness.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. So, and he talks about it in here that she said, you're drunk and that's why I'm kicking you out of the house. And he, in his annulment letter, he takes, he's not easy on himself either.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing I don't understand, and none of us understand this, to be honest. Here's a woman who's been institutionalized, unstable, and they are getting divorced, and she gets custody of us. I remember her sitting us down saying, we're getting divorced, who do you want to live with? I mean, we're kids, we're like, nah, you don't ask kids that, of course. And I think she was already in bitter, like she was bipolar or whatever, and we're like, you? But how do they grant custody to this woman? Did Dad fight for us? Could he even take us? Like, there, and then we're just in the U-Haul going to Vermont alone with this incredibly sick woman. And I don't know, how Dad allowed that. Like, we don't know the answer to that. No, and I don't know if you know any that.
Yeah, I don't. She was a dominant woman, though. I think she dominated.
She was dominant.
Yeah. And I think probably he had no place to live. Where he was going from, what does he do with 3 children? That sort of thing. What could he do? Because I was so defensive of him. Because he seemed so vulnerable, and she was so smart. Because she could tear him apart, even though she was unbalanced.
She could. So, but I guess, was there any concern for the children?
They never mentioned that.
Never mentioned us.
The children.
He mentioned us in his annulment, saying that they were all witnessing this. He said, meanwhile, the children, ages 6, 4, and 3, ripe, impressionable ages, were witnessing the situation daily. They're fighting, the instability, the violence.
I don't see how that you guys could have come out of that unscathed.
We didn't, trust me.
You couldn't.
Well, to be honest, that paled in comparison to what we went through in Vermont.